Hello and welcome to Zelda Speedruns. Today we're pleased to bring you another Minish Cap Randomizer tournament match. It is Season 2 and we are doing Swiss this time around, and it is round 1, and we have NesmaN, last year's runner-up, against Pika Pals, and Mashy, someone who is new to the tournament, although he is also known as a Minish Cap any percent speedrunner. And I'm joined today on commentary by Myth197 and Coach Ice. And how you doing today, gentlemen?
Hello, how is it going?
And I'm going to leave you to it if you want to read the hash or potentially trash talk. I'm going to check on some things with the restream quick. Good. But thank you.
Yeah, I mean, Mashy hasn't done that many Minish Cap randomizer things, and also generally they haven't done too much Minish Cap related. They're well known as an Oracle's speedrunner and randomizer player, and they've come over to Minish Cap and started doing some really good stuff in Minish Cap. They won a tourney. They won a weekly back before the last tourney, and they won the last weekly as well. So. Definitely a force to be reckoned with. NesmaN, again, yeah, everyone knows NesmaN. NesmaN's one of our top runners. Runner-up in the tournament a couple months back. This is set to be a good match.
It's going to be interesting to see who's going to come out on top between the... I want to say newcomer, but I mean, not so like newcomer and a veteran that has proven themselves more than once in the randomizer scene.
Yeah, so I heard from a little birdie that Mashy's going to rush non-element dungeons. So, depending on the seed layout, this could be very juicy. If there's stuff in non-element dungeons, we can definitely see Mashy going there first.
It's going to be interesting to see, because if certain big items are in non-element dungeons, it's definitely going to make this seed like really interesting.
Yep, just a few more seconds now before we get underway. Yeah, I think the red element is the one that we're going to have to keep an eye on.
Yeah.
All right, and we're off.
A bow. Wow, that is...
interesting. Okay, hopefully... it would be pretty cool if we find another bow, and then that's our...
light arrows.
Yeah, we use the light arrows to break trees at the beginning of the seed. That's so fun. Oh, there's
quiver.
We'll be seeing an early out of logic Simon simulation with a 50 arrow quiver.
That would be interesting.
I mean, everyone really wants to see a light arrow progression at the start. That's great. And little bit of a spoiler for the last race we just had Pika Pals and Dark Horse finish up their race. We won't say who the winner of that race was though. But yeah, there was a required light arrows in that seed. So if you would like to go watch that one, just give that a watch. That's a juicy seed. Yeah, nothing in town. I really don't feel like there's going to be anything in town. I'm feeling Tingle Trees.
Yeah, trees. I want to say Castle Garden.
Oh yeah, Castle Garden as well. I can absolutely see another bow being in Castle Garden, and then they have to
make them go as far as possible.
Yeah, I think Mashy took the extra moment to go and check the figurine house. I think NesmaN doesn't like checking that. Okay, there's our boots. Does that... Okay, that only gives us logical access to 2 more items, which are also in Castle Garden.
Yeah. Was that spin?
I didn't catch that.
I think it was spin. Yeah, apparently it was. That's really good to find early on.
Yeah, like as soon as they find a sword as well, they're gonna have access to Trilby, which is 3 more items. Okay, there's a
Grip ring.
Grip ring doesn't do anything yet.
Yep.
We're still looking for our progression out of Sphere 0. It is not in.
Castle Gardens.
It's 100% in Castle Gardens right now. Oh my god, it's on Grimblade.
Wow.
We're last locationing 3 minutes into the seed.
This is an amazing start.
Boots. Oh no, it's not.
Oh no, because of the boots.
Yeah,
So
we
it's
got
in a
the boots
minish
as well.
spot. Which is really interesting.
Hendris, did you accidentally put weapons other than sword in logic? And they're required to use the bow to do Simon.
Oh my god.
Oh, it is Octopi.
Oh,
it's
this is
on
a
the far one.
literal last location.
Oh, this is stupid.
I mean, at this point.
Mashy, no, Mashy was going for it, and then he double backed. Sphere 1 has 2 checks in it. Yeah, that's right. Alright, what are we gonna see?
I love a bow.
Oh my god,
Oh,
it's really...
flew.
Okay, that does actually open quite a bit because they can go over to Lake Hylia and then make their way to Minish Woods. But this is so linear. Uh-oh. Okay, Mashy just double checking their auto tracker there, making sure that's fully connected. Yeah, I have no idea what we're going to get next. This is such a completely wild start to what we typically see. What was that?
That was a second spin, I'm pretty sure.
Was it?
I think, yeah. I think it was a fast
charge.
Yeah, fast charge. This is such a random starting lineup, item-wise.
Yeah. NesmaN didn't go for any of the visible items, or well, I don't think I didn't catch what the visible item in London was.
It was a red big rupee on
right.
the visible.
They could have
Luke
checked
Cave.
one visible item in Lake Hylia, but it's not really worth it at this point. Like you can easily check that when you get cape or flippers and head over there.
Oh, okay, quivers galore today. This seed is just pointing
Mashy's
towards
skipping.
those.
Skipping London part is going to sync up with NesmaN. Okay, there's the
Oh,
first
a sword.
So unfortunately, we don't get a light arrows progression on this seed. Yeah, they're just neck and neck right now. This is such a linear start. There's not really much you can do about it.
There's just nothing for now that.
Yeah, so we should expect to see both of these guys saving after, not this chest, but the chest after this. And then they'll go into Minish Woods. Oh, NesmaN's saving now. You don't need to save now. You can... Okay, Mashy and NesmaN are both saving now. You can head into the path without saving and then save in the path. And it will still, when you load your save, it will bring you outside of Minish Woods. Yeah, you save after this chest because then if there was something in here, then you don't have to do an extra save. But at least both of them are going for the save scum.
It was a good call to save early since the first chest didn't have anything, and this is starting to look like nothing.
Is there anything there? No, it's not.
No.
Okay, we're gonna see save scums from both of them. Yeah, if one of them didn't save scum, it would really show
took
how long it
ages.
takes to get out of Minish Woods. Because, yeah. Okay, NesmaN's gonna walk. Oh, that's right. Mashy didn't get this, so they're gonna go and get this now.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, they're playing the ocarina now. Oh, Mashy doesn't want to get the Lon Lon pot. Okay. Yeah, NesmaN heading directly for the
Two
puddle cave and
swords.
getting another sword. Mashy, though, is going to do a quick pit stop into the Swiftblade Duchy.
Which is a bit... because it's a bit like... knowing that there's a second sword on the Rupee Cave, it doesn't...
Yeah.
That unlocks another check if you do...
It's better
if you
for
wait.
NesmaN, definitely, because they're going to save like
Yeah.
a few seconds being able to just do that in one less trip. But with the new update with the text speed increase, it makes doing Swiftblade and all of the item checks that have you going through text boxes a lot more valuable because you can get through them much faster.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, if you keep an eye on the text boxes, you'll see that they open and close incredibly quickly.
Yeah, they seem really fast now.
Yeah, we don't like downtime in this, so this is a very fast-paced Zelda game, so we want to keep it nice and fast-paced.
Most Zelda games now, speedrunning wise, and just doing them quick, are just fast-paced compared to what they were like 5 years ago.
Yeah. And it's typically the case with 2D Zeldas that they're just generally faster than 3D Zelda games. Like if you look at Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask, you're not picking up items anywhere near as quickly as in this.
I want to say they're more linear as well.
Oh yeah, and you can
Definitely.
go backwards and forwards all over the place. Right, NesmaN making use of that bottle that they found to check out Mount Krenel. And yeah, they've got the grip ring, so they're just... Oh, they're going directly just to the top.
Oh, they can't check anything else since they don't have bombs. So I guess it's...
Oh yeah, you're right. There is nothing else here for them to check.
Yeah, there's nothing else about the mountain. I guess it's... If there's something here, it's gonna pay off.
And there's 9 items on this beanstalk, and it's the densest thing in this in the sea. But Mashy's going to be a bit more conservative here and decide to full clear town before heading over to Mount Krenel. Then they'll know, because if NesmaN doesn't get anything here and has to go back to Simon, then Mashy's going to have a bit of an advantage.
Yeah. Especially if Simon ends up giving bombs here, this would give Mashy a big advantage.
Oh yeah, definitely. Oh, but there's the bombs for NesmaN.
Oh, yeah. Great
there's a
spin.
Great spin
That
for Mashy.
That's actually interesting to see because depending on the runner, some runners wait to have great spin before doing Simon, so it's kind of funny that great spin is located here.
Yeah, I mean Simon is just a some kind of spin scroll, so that there could be some order of progression through the spin scrolls that mean that you do get the great spin somewhere else and then come back to Simon and get a different spin scroll.
True. Because there's 4 total spin scrolls in the game, right?
5. There's spin, fast split, great spin, and long spin. Yeah, didn't NesmaN go over to the rainy chest as well?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, they did. Cool. Yeah, we don't want to
see... was just nothing.
See an orphaning of that chest. That's pretty rough. Oh, Mashy, where are you going? That is not the way.
No.
Yeah, you don't want to get turned around here on Krenel. Yeah, he's going the long way round. Oh, there's our light arrows. Oh no. Oh, that's just opened up Vanilla out to Cave of Flames. Are we going to get
no.
it back to back here? I think we're going to get back to back seeds that require light arrows to get to Cave of Flames. This is insane. We haven't had a map check here. Okay, NesmaN just does our map check there. So it's vanilla. It's vanilla, except that Deepwood and Cave of Flames are swapped. So non-required Fortress and non-required Royal Crypt. We got the Earth element up in Cave of Flames and the Fire element over in Deepwood Shrine, with the Water element being vanilla in Droplets and the Wind element up in Palace.
It's gonna be interesting to see if anything ends up being in Graveyard or Fortress. Seeing how those two areas are really dense item-wise. Remote bombs.
That's okay. Remote bombs, very nice. NesmaN remembers this time to switch to the remote bombs.
Because everyone knows remote bombs are superior.
Yeah, we have had frustrating matches with NesmaN where they play for an entire seed without switching to remotes, and then asking at the end where the remotes were. It's like, yes, they were in your pocket the whole time. Mashy going for roll-offs here. They are an any % runner, so they know all the strats.
Another bomb back.
Oh no, Mashy wasted bombs. That's really bad. Unless there's... Wait, is there a... I think they grab a bomb bag here, don't they?
Yeah, the bomb bag is in the first Minish, the little Minish hole.
Oh, that's great. Oh, actually, no, that's not good.
No, depending on what... No, because they won't have enough bombs. If they go to the cave to the left, there is a bomb
Mashy's
drop.
getting the bomb refill in this cave. That's fine.
Oh.
Yeah, they're going to be good on bombs.
Even up top, there was a bomb drop in the cave to the left with the 3 items anyway, so that would have been a refill as well.
Yeah, Mashy's going for the bottom right pot here. That's a guaranteed bomb drop. Nice game knowledge there. Alright, what else do we have to... NesmaN's going for it.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Okay, no, they're going for the wall fairy.
Yeah, but if this has nothing, that means that...
Then he has 2 options. Either go back to the overworld and look... There's not much in the overworld.
There's not much, because we already know that town has nothing.
Oh, no.
So what?
Well,
Let's see what they do.
Under the school, there's the bomb cave in North Hyrule Field, there's the bomb cave in Eastern Hills, and then Bellari area, which is 3 items.
Yeah. Oh, he's going for it.
Yeah, so there's 6 items in the overworld over going to Cave of Flames. So yeah, NesmaN's just weighing up their bets here and going, yeah, Cave of Flames seems like the better option. I mean, there's going to be more checks just in the entrance of Cave of Flames on the rupees.
Yeah, there's 6. No, 5 rupees.
Actually, no, there's 5 there. But
yeah, I always get confused because of the troll.
Mashy's going back? Oh, did Mashy not? Mashy hasn't done the lower Crenel.
Oh, yeah. Because
So
they took the long way.
All the way back down. They should quick warp. Oh no, they're trying to go down the vine, but they haven't set the vine. Yeah, no, we have a block there blocking that vine, because if you don't water the vine beforehand...
That soft locks, doesn't it?
Yeah, you soft lock there. Yes, Trent, this is a light arrows climb to Cave of Flames. We have 2 back-to-back seeds with required light arrows to go to Cave of Flames. I mean, we don't know if it's required yet. We've got some route divergence going on here, so Mashy's going to be checking the rest of the overworld, and we'll know from Mashy's side whether or not NesmaN's play is correct. Because I'm pretty sure Mashy's going to get through all of these checks first. Mashy doesn't have enough bombs here to get to the under the school, but they didn't get the bombs in the pots in that cave they were just in. Because instead they're going to go to the shop to buy bombs. Yeah, so here's when NesmaN needs to use the light arrows to get to Cave of Flames. And it's just gonna make sure this Helmasaur's gonna be out of the way.
Most annoying enemy in the whole game.
I didn't see Mashy just now, but I hope they saved in town. That this would be a good save scum, because then they can, after checking Bellari, they can
I
they
didn't
will just
see
save
they
scum back to
saved.
town.
Apparently they did, so that's
They
a good
did save, yeah. Makes sense. I mean, they're not gonna. So unfortunately, they're gonna save scum away this the Ocarina glyph there, so they're not going to be able to fast travel back to Minish Woods. Okay, one last item here for Mashy. What is it going to be? That's it. We have another vanilla climb to Cave of Flames with required light arrows. Oh wait, no. We still got under the school. That's Mashy's last option. Yeah,
that
we still
would be
got
amazing
under
if something was there.
Mashy's not doing it.
Mashy's not doing it.
Mashy's doing their own map check and thinking about it, and they're like, no, I'm going to go Cave of Flames. Oh, if the cane is under the school. Oh, Mashy could have saved so much here. Oh, that's right. Mashy also has these checks in the in Lower Krenel.
What does Cave of Flames have for us today?
Yeah, NesmaN not even bothering to check visible items because they're just going to head through.
You're gonna be there in a minute anyway, so.
Right, what's NesmaN got? A kinstone?
Kinstone.
Is that a Baleful's kinstone? Oh, it's Caster.
Caster.
Right, so he's going to have to go deeper.
Not what they want to see.
Yeah, we didn't see what they got in the last 2 checks in Krenel before Cave of Flames, but it didn't look like their progression.
No, there was a red rupee and a butterfly in the last 2 checks, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, Mashy, no. Mashy walked right past the remote bombs that they could have used. I don't think Mashy minds too much about remote bombs because they're used to doing roll-lifts. Yeah, in any percent, you just never make use of remote bombs. They didn't even notice that they used it. Oh, yeah, okay. He just realizes and wants to switch over to remote bombs, but you can't have any bombs on the ground in order to
Oh, another sword.
There's a sword. There's our red sword in Cave of Flames. Yeah, NesmaN has got 2 small keys here. Oh, and there's
a book.
Oh, and the
graveyard key on. They're just starting to give us the items to send us away from any sort of progression dungeon.
Oh, Mashy's not doing it. Mashy, go check out the school. It's your play.
I just realised they can do graveyard the moment they get another sword.
Yeah, they can. They've got
The
nearly
boots
everything.
and
They've
the
got the
key.
boots and yeah,
Missing
they're
one
just
sword to
waiting for
do
that
it.
blue sword.
And I mean, usually red sword leads to it.
Yeah, and without the lantern, they can still do basically everything in graveyard and royal crypt. I mean, out of logic, but they can do everything up to the king. The king's the only thing they can't do because they can't activate the lantern switches at the very end. But there's the Jabberna. The Jabberna opens up Deepwood Shrine for NesmaN.
I just hope we don't see flippers.
Yeah, in a seed like this, you need to have Deepwood access at some point, and yeah, having the Jubbernut's really great because you get access to Deepwood, which you want, without getting the flippers and access to a billion other chicks, which you don't want. But there's NesmaN's red sword. They have one more item here, and they are going to go do it? Yep, okay. They're just... They're demonstrating their frustration with the seed already. Oh, NesmaN didn't get Great Spin from Simon Simulations, so they're...
Near perfect fight.
They're going to have to do... They also don't know the speedrun strat. So they're just using bombs to kill these guys.
I feel like
yes,
the fights in... Sorry,
switching to regular bombs there is a good idea because you can get 3 regular bombs out, whereas you can only have 1 remote bomb out. So you can chuck a bunch of regular bombs all over the place and get lots of damage out, like in a wide area amongst those spiky beetles, spiky chews.
Yeah. The fights in this game, if you manage to do them fast, you're good. The moment you screw up one single thing, you're done. I remember the first time I did those spiky chews, I spent like 5 minutes just trying to kill them.
Yeah, that's the thing with this Zelda as well, is that if you're brand new, yeah, the areas are really tough, but like once you learn, it's all about having the knowledge about what the easy strats are, because there's nothing too difficult in this game. Everything's very easy at a beginner level, as long as you know what the strats are.
Because if you don't have, this is the thing with most 2D Zelda games, knowledge is key. The moment you've got knowledge, the games are such a breeze and they're so fun to play. The first time, they're just frustrating.
Except Zelda 1.
No, yeah, Zelda 1
Zelda
is
1's always
an
frustrating.
exception. That's something. Like Zelda 1 and 2, no. Especially 2.
Alright, we've got NesmaN checking out.
Cape.
Westwards, and there's the cape. We have a cape.
And more bombs. And another spin. I think that was a spin.
Yeah, that was NesmaN's Great Spin. So they're going to have a Great Spin going into Simon Simulation. And then they're going to get a different spin scroll from Simon. Oh, and the split gauge as well.
That's all the spin scrolls.
That is all of them, yeah. Yeah, so NesmaN's going to get long spin from Simon, and Mashy will get long spin from Western Woods. But yeah, NesmaN going immediately to Castor Wilds gets there. Oh, NesmaN's running away with this. Oh, that Mitz location is really bad because it's locked behind having to already dip the wall in Mount Krenel. So we're looking at potentially having to climb up Mount Crenel 3 times to get to the orphan cave up there.
Yeah. I'm trying to think what would... If there's a sword, this is gonna throw them off. No, that... Oh, Kane! Oh,
Okay. Well, now we know that the vanilla
I thought
find is required.
I thought a sword would throw them off. Kane... This is... At least you... no, like, I'm trying to
Is NesmaN
think...
Is NesmaN going back to Cave of Flames because he's got the cane?
Yes.
He is, yeah. I mean, that makes sense. You have the cape, so you can do it quickly. There's no more items you're going to get which are going to speed up this dungeon.
Just perfect placement for both Kane and Cape.
Yeah, this is an ultra save option for NesmaN. Just get this dungeon done with. Probably won't find anything else in here, but it's a required dungeon, so we'll just get this done.
And
yeah, we're not even half an hour in.
And for all we know, we're going to find another item.
Yes, that was what NesmaN did in Castle Wilds when he went to the South Cave. He got the
Mitts.
the warp there. Yeah, he got the
Warp
there,
and Mitts. I feel like this is just going to be frustrating on one level, and that is the kinstones and power bracelets.
Yeah, like this is going to be by no means a jet seed. This is going to be a long one because we have to know where all of those cloud tops kinstones are, and we haven't seen any of them yet. We've got one caster one, which isn't useful to us.
Yeah, we need 6 kinstones, which I think that makes a lot of items missing. It's still early on, but
you can very easily tell how long a seed is going to be just by looking at the element places at the beginning. If Palace and Fortress are non-required, you're gonna expect a seed that's going to be somewhere between like sub 2 hours and like if it's bad, it's going to be just over 2 hours. But like a seed like this, where Palace is required, like all of the long dungeons are required, and
the shorter ones are just not. Well, one of the short ones isn't.
Yeah,
I feel like Fortress isn't long. It's mostly out of way because it's
you're going to be expected to go to Fortress. So we're basically going to be visiting every dungeon in this. So you can expect this one to be a longer one.
And there can be so many items that are just going to throw you at random places. The moment you get a 4th sword here, you can go to Graveyard, so that can throw some runners off. The moment if you get 2 more caster kinstones, that's just sending you off to Fortress, because we already have mitts.
What's NesmaN doing? This isn't a typical Cave of Flames.
That is a weird run.
Okay, now he's doing the typical route. Okay, I was wondering what the hell he was doing there.
I think he was just going for a normal route and then thought, wait, I have a cape. So he just went around.
Mashy's having a think. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, Mashy was going to use the ocarina to flute away, but then looks at the tracker and goes, "Oh yeah, we've got Greatblade to be dealing with up here." Yeah, man. Yeah, basically, if Fortress and Palace are not required, you can, if you're lucky, you can get shorter seeds, but at the same time, they can also be unlucky and be long. Okay, there's the big key for Cave of Flames at the end of the dungeon, in the last chest. Yeah, that was what I was wondering about with NesmaN. I was like, do they have the big key? Because why would you not go and do the boss now?
But the big key was literally last location in the dungeon.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. So you were kind of forced into last location in Cave of Flames, unless you
I
somehow
thought
did.
with 70 arrows, NesmaN wouldn't be using the bow, but apparently it's sword time.
They don't have the bow butterfly.
Hmm.
No, they've only got the Mitz butterfly at the moment. They do have boots, so they could do boot cancelling, but even I wouldn't really boot cancel Glee Rock. It's not that worth it. Yeah, Mashy's following up suit, going to Western Woods, going to be grabbing their lot of items. Yeah, this randomizer is pretty unique in the case that there is like a guaranteed point somewhere between ideally in the first 30 minutes, sometimes up to an hour, and in horrible situations even longer, where you get your red sword and you go to Western Woods and there is a bunch of items there. And so you kind of like each seed has this tailor-made set of items that are given to you at the same point in the seed. And then it then asks you the question, okay, where do you go with those set of items?
And the
So it's a
more you
bit-
get, the more confusing it gets.
Yeah, it's a bit unstable in terms of pacing because you get these huge spikes where you get a million items, but then which makes it different to other Zelda randomizers, which feel like a much more smooth in their item progression.
Especially here, where it's not uncommon to get 2 items that are going to open up just half the map locations for you. And just then it's a big decision of, do I do this or not?
Yeah, the sword's such a huge item in this game because it opens up so much. Whereas, like, a lot of the dungeon items, or the items that are, like, designed for specific dungeons, they don't really open that much. Like, they're just locked in specific dungeons. So, for example, if they get the Gust Jar, it's like, okay, I got more checks in Deepwood and Templar Droplets. It does help out with other things in other places, but like the items that are locked by this item are in those locations. Same thing with Kane as well. It's like Kane, we go to Cave of Flames. Lantern, okay, we go to Templar Droplets.
Seems like Mashy is doing a lot more checks in Caster.
Yeah, they've got the same items that NesmaN has now, and
NesmaN just got another Caster. Kinstone talking about that.
No, not another one.
Please not for that.
Yeah, we're going to see them doing a bunch of
Lon
checks
Lon
right
key.
now. Yeah, we got a useless long key. Yeah, we'll only be seeing that if someone wants milk, which I don't think either of them go for milk as a recovery item.
It's not really the best.
No, NesmaN typically only needs one fairy as a just in case you mess up Vati super hard, or Georg at the end of Palace. If you're super unlucky, Georg can sometimes kill you. So
Messing up that happens. I do remember. I don't know. It was a long time ago. I don't remember if it was a weekly or something else. But some runner, I don't remember the name, spent a whole 40 minutes on Valley 3.
it wasn't 40. It was 14.
It was still long. It felt like 40 when I was on commentating the race. It was just funny because a lot can happen. A lot.
Yeah, Nimbus has become much better at the Vati fight since then.
Karlov medal.
Oh yeah, we got a Karlov medal.
No one checked the visible item as well in that house, so...
Oh, Mashy forgot to hit the switch to move the minecart round. Oh, yeah, after coming back to the dungeon, they went and hit it again, which they didn't need to do because it saves the minecart track position. Yeah, when in doubt, just you see the track there, so you can just look at it and just do a quick double check. Is it pointing in the right direction that I want it to go? Right. I'm wondering if NesmaN's going to do a dip into Templar Droplets. And actually, I've changed my mind on Templar Droplets. You don't really care about the lantern.
Not really. It's made to be done half of it without a lantern.
Yeah, but like in NesmaN's position now, where they don't have the flippers, they're guaranteed to not have to, like, without the flippers and without the lantern, they're guaranteed to not be able to do anything past the entrance. Before I would always say never go to Templar Droplets without your lantern, because if, with the old settings you had to do the ice block room at the start to be able to get the big key to access like anything in the first part of the dungeon, and you just lose a lot of time there if you don't have the lantern. So you pretty much always want to wait till you have the lantern before you do that. But since we've now changed the big key location in the dungeon to be on the first ice block, it's basically exactly the same amount of time without the lantern. So there's no reason why you want to delay it.
That's a really interesting change.
Yeah, so where NesmaN is right now, that is the guaranteed big key location. And
it's
it means
definitely
that
good to speed up something like this, because this dungeon without a lamp is just tedious.
it's not even... Well, yeah, it does speed it up, but it's also the fact that we get our key back. So instead of being effectively a 3-key dungeon, even though we have 4 keys and we're guaranteed to use one at the beginning, we now use all 4 in logic, because the top left check in there is locked behind a small key. So you can do a bit of a gamble and go, okay, I'm going to use a small key to go back there. It's not really a gamble, because Templar Droplets key logic's very simple.
Well, that's 2 of them. Another book.
Oh, okay. A bunch of small keys and
a compass. So, yeah.
I think NesmaN... NesmaN's saving before going through. I think they should... I don't even think that the save scum is worth it. I think you just do a quick warp after getting the item.
Yeah, because it's not...
You're not saving... Like, he's got 2 small keys.
I feel like
he
it
doesn't
would be
want to get one
to
of them back. There's not something that he's missing if he's going to...
It would be faster to just quick warp, but...
This is the downside to this. I don't like this. I would not actually get this until you have come back with your lantern. Because this is a required dungeon. You're guaranteed to come back here at some point with the lantern. Yeah, it was the map. So you can speed up that check massively by just using the lantern straight away. Yeah, and that check isn't even in logic. So if it was the lantern, it couldn't even be the lantern, could it?
No, it couldn't, because...
Oh, it can. It can be the...
Oh, yeah.
Wait.
Yeah.
No, it absolutely can't be the lantern.
No, it can't, because lantern is obtained... I have no knowledge of this.
If you had the flippers and the gust jar there, and you went on the left path, the one check you could get to the underwater pot, because you'd have to use a small key to open up to go any further into the dungeon, so therefore there wouldn't be any small keys further back there. And yeah, just by key logic, it means that you have the potential soft locking, so no, the lantern could never be there.
Checking southern Vale Falls.
No, it doesn't work that way. No, the lantern. We're guaranteed that the lantern cannot be in Templar droplets right now.
NesmaN, you do not have.
Yeah, no flippers. It's so confusing when you're quite a way into a seed, and you just get to an area and you try muscle memory swimming through some ground or something, and you just end up drowning.
Peril Beam and money. Karlov House.
Yeah.
There's
To counteract accidentally muscle memory, getting muscle memory for swimming, I always equip cape and cape jump everywhere. Even if I have the flippers, and it would be faster to use the flippers, I just switch to cape and then use the cape to jump over everything. Yeah, you can't actually get vanilla logic in Templar droplets because you have to, in order to do anything past the underwater pot in Templar droplets, you need to use a small key to push the lily pads around, and because of that, it expects you to have all of the small keys. And there's only one check left in logic in Templar droplets if they have the flippers, and that's not enough because they only have 2 small keys. They need 4 small keys. So because of the key layout, they're guaranteed to need the lantern before going back.
NesmaN going for some out of the way checks right now.
Yeah, if we had 4 small keys in the left path rupees, then yes, we could have a vanilla Templar droplets route. That you don't have to have the lantern, and you would go through the path with the lily pad. So yeah, that's something to keep an eye out. If you have all of the small keys at the beginning of the dungeon, then you can be required to do that.
They're running out of checks really fast.
They've got a lot of checks left in town. They haven't really touched it.
Yeah, but see, like a big part of town was kind of checked by Mashy, and we already know that half of it just doesn't have anything. But I feel like Karlov House might have something good.
Yeah, because we haven't handed in that Karlov medal yet.
Chickens, maybe.
I'm hoping for chickens.
That would be amazing, especially knowing NesmaN hates it.
I don't think NesmaN hates chickens.
No, not hate. You can't hate chickens, but it's definitely not something a runner wants to do.
Yeah, just practice chickens a bit. You'll be like guaranteed. You'll start getting really consistent chickens and doing it with 20 seconds left on the clock.
I know I'm consistent dropping a chicken in the water.
Yeah, well, that's why you do chickens first, because if you drop it in the water, then you can just go into Karlov and grab the item there, or go to the dojo. Or there's a bunch of items in that area that you can do instead, and you end up not losing any time.
Waste bombs to get bobs.
Yeah, Luna. Unfortunately, you can't DM the seed to me because I am racing in the seed in the race tomorrow. So, I believe Nori's doing the restream, so you can DM her.
Did NesmaN just get a bow butterfly or flippers?
That
Flippers, apparently.
That was the flippers butterfly. Yeah.
So the bow butterfly is on the cabin in Lake Hylia.
Yeah, I really don't see anyone getting that.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, the bow butterfly doesn't save enough time to warrant going into the I mean, they're going to have either the Gust Jar or the flippers to be able to go and get that check. Oh, and they don't even have power bracelets as well. So they're going to have to get power bracelets and then one of those 2 items.
That's 10 hearts for NesmaN.
Oh no. Right. Is it back to Hylia? Yeah, we're going to see... just going to see more of town. Now, I think at some point they're going to have to bite the bullet and either head to the back end of Caster and go to do some of the short
Tingle
hiking stuff.
trophy.
Okay. Yeah, the Tingle Trophy again opens up one more check. There's a couple more items
dog
we
food.
Yeah, we could get a dog food, or we could get the wake up mushroom as well. They're just like one-off checks. Yeah, Mashy didn't dip Templar droplets at Hylia because I think they're following the old adage of don't go to droplets if you don't have your lantern.
Which is still reasonable, seeing that droplets didn't have anything
Well,
apart from book.
I think they're on 10 hearts now. They are on 10 hearts.
They are. Is it too many checks? I feel like maybe the rest of Caster might hold something.
NesmaN's also going for it. Are we going to get both of our runners getting Wave Blade at basically the same time? If progression's here.
Gust Jar would be funny here. No.
Oh, it's just it's a heart piece.
Caster. Yeah. Caster's what's left.
I mean, there's also the Orphan Cave up on Mount Crenel. It's the
Oh,
one check they haven't done.
the one check that's at the other side of the map.
Yeah, that's going to be a last location. But I can absolutely see there being something super important there. We also have, remember, we've also got Deepwood. Deepwood is open.
Yeah.
Now, we don't know how far into Deepwood we can go, because it could be the case that the first
One
item
room.
is a boss key or something like that, or basically if it's not a small key, then they're locked out immediately. Or they get a small key, go a little bit further in, and then get locked again because they don't have the Gust Jar.
Still not a bad shout to check, because if it's actually a small key, then you can hopefully get a Gust Jar.
Bluesy betting that the flippers are going to be there.
No.
For a Gust Jar back in Templar droplets in the underwater pot, yeah.
No one wants flippers right now. I'm pretty sure if you get flippers at any point, you're just... Yeah, no.
I think
Imagine-
NesmaN's going to stick around in Caster to do short hiking.
I'd love to see flippers here and then just have, like, hiking, have, like, an actual item.
And yeah, the flippers not opening anything else. I mean, if they get flippers, they're rushing to Minish Woods to do the cave there.
Which gives 4 items.
Yeah, Mashy not bothering with the extra check there in Templar droplets. It's very slow if you don't have the land.
That's a good call since it's only the map.
But they do have 10 hearts. They must have already done Waveblade.
Maybe?
Because they just went past it.
Yeah. None of them checked the Golden Cave, right? Well, Mashy is
Yeah,
going.
I'm pretty sure Mashy's going to be the first doing that. Did we see Lon Lon Cave? Because I know some people like to put off Lon Lon Cave until you have the lantern so that you can get both the checks.
I don't think we didn't see London Cave.
Yeah, that's a super risky one. I would never put that off.
Oh,
okay.
Kinstone.
Oh no.
Oh my. But I just realised
the seed?
we're missing 6 Kinstones, a gas jar, 2 swords, and
We've got
power
early
bracelets.
Yeah. NesmaN's
the
like,
lamp.
there's no way.
And the lamp as well, I just realised because droplets is required. Either this is stacked or this is going to be a long one. It's already like destined to be long. But yeah, 53 minutes in and we're missing a lot.
Yeah. I mean, we always guarantee to have required lantern because 3 dungeons required a lantern by logic, which are Palace, Templar Droplets, and Royal Crypt. Royal Crypt and Templar Droplets for obvious reasons, and Palace because in order to get up to Palace, you need to go through Vale Falls, and there's a dark cave. That's the only reason.
Logically, Fatty also requires a blue sword.
There's a blue sword for NesmaN.
That gives even more checks open.
Yeah, I mean, NesmaN doesn't really want to leave yet. Okay, now would be it wouldn't be a bad time to leave now, but the blue sword doesn't really give enough to warrant.
Yeah, it gives Graveyard, and that's it.
And Graveyard's like completely out of logic right now. Okay,
a Kinstone, finally.
That's the Cloud Tops. No, what they're really looking for is a Vale Falls.
The Vale Falls.
If the Vale Falls Kinstone comes out, then that's great.
Because you can check most of it out of logic.
Yeah.
And they already have Grip Rings, so that makes them able to check a lot of it.
Did we ever check Tingle?
Yeah, NesmaN did. I think it was just money. No, apparently it was a hard
Mashy is
piece.
handing in that Lon Lon key. That's right, they skipped this at the beginning of the seed and never picked up. Mashy is so lucky that didn't have some dumb progression that they have put off for 54 minutes. We can have the lantern on the Great Fairy in Royal Crypt. That's the last... in Royal Valley. That's the last check in that can have the lantern in that area. Oh yeah, from Yalari. Yep, we are a single book away from Yalari.
Yalari 4 sword.
I see NesmaN picking up a another book here in Fortress. Book on Mazao.
Oh no.
Vanilla flippers. Yeah, everyone has lots of fanciful ideas of what is progression, but it's probably those flippers. NesmaN's got such an awful choice right now. Do
Fountain.
they leave? The flippers open up so much.
Yeah.
There is and it's basically spread everywhere. There's stuff in Castor, there's stuff in town, North and South Hyrule Field, Lake Hylia, Minish Woods.
Question is, do you full clear this dungeon here?
There's so much.
Just because of how out of the way this dungeon is, I'd full on do like NesmaN and just complete the whole thing.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You stay here until you got everything. Yeah, if you haven't seen Trent's race yesterday, they were very close to losing because they decided to dip out of Fortress, full clear everything else in the world before going back to Fortress and finding their go mode.
I feel like Fortress is the one place you don't want to leave. Cloudtops.
Yeah, definitely. And with Fortress this early, you're like guaranteed to have Cloudtops Kinstones in here.
Yeah, it's just so full of items that. I mean, never leave something like this. It's just
That
so
was-
obvious.
Mashy just found a Veilful Skinstone.
Oh my god!
That was
Wait,
on the top
where
of the
did?
school. It was sorry, the top of the shop in
Oh,
in the
the
chest
Minish
and the roof
checks
there.
in town.
Okay, he's rushing over here. This could be really good for Mashy, actually. If Mashy finds the other items we're looking for, basically all of the Kinstones and the
Kinstones.
Gust Jar and another sword, then they could go to Fortress and hit Go mode in Fortress and then leave.
That
And not
would
Oh.
have to full
be.
clear it like NesmaN would do now. Because NesmaN's in a really awful place where he's got to decide, when do I
Continue
leave?
or not?
Because NesmaN could lose a lot of time here if they full clear and the rest of the dungeon's barren.
Yeah. That's the problem. You can't. It's impossible to judge the moment when a dungeon has reached its full potential, but apparently NesmaN is just done.
Yeah, and
Oh, no,
everything from
just-
this point that Mashy is doing is going to be a sequence break. They need to keep in mind that all of this stuff is locked behind the lantern, and I have a big hunch that lantern is in Fortress. Though there is a lot else in logic right now.
I feel like it might actually be behind the flippers
Yeah, that's another thing as well, which
fountain.
is kind of technically behind Fortress because
Yeah, since you need to go to there to get the flippers anyway.
alright, what's going to be in here?
Gust jar for NesmaN.
Oh, NesmaN's got the Gust Jar in Fortress. Yeah, Mashy didn't get anything here in Veil Falls. Veil Falls is barren.
Another Kinstone.
Yeah, no, NesmaN's absolutely made the correct play here. He's absolutely
Fortress of Go
loaded
mode.
Fortress.
Oh. I'm missing a lamp and 2 Kinstones.
Oh, Mashy does not even want to go in and check Cloudtops. Mashy, I really feel that's Mashy's play right now would have been to double down on that dip into Veil Falls. Like, if you go into Veil
Yeah.
Falls and you don't get anything, that's so bad. You want to keep going into Cloudtops to find something. If you found something in Veil Falls, then yeah, you can leave and follow that up, but they didn't find anything. But yeah, at least they have the Ocarina and the Windcrest, so they have the option to go back to Cloudtops. But as we all know, having the option to go back to somewhere does often mean that you end up last locationing it and never go back.
Just no.
Are we going to have a Go mode lantern? Like, okay, we're missing a sword, 2 Kinstones, possible power bracelets, and then the lamp. We have never seen a lamp for Go mode before.
Magic boomerang.
I haven't even been paying attention to the small keys that NesmaN's been getting. Have they found any?
I mean, I've seen.
Oh, okay, they've got all 4. Is he
Oh.
leaving?
Huh?
NesmaN's going to bail out of Fortress.
I
I mean, they're going to go check these 2 checks here first. the Minish checks in Wind Ruins. They did the save. They don't want to check backside.
So
I mean, you just
maybe
got a lot of items from Fortress. What's the likelihood that there's going to be even more? It's pretty low.
maybe he thinks he's like capped.
Like NesmaN's got a great hunching ability in this game. Like if they decide this feels like a good point to leave, they're normally right.
Wouldn't be the first time he's like had a good choice in his like track record.
Yeah, like I can completely see NesmaN playing this perfectly and leaving Fortress at the perfect time. And
Now the question is, do you do flippers checks or do you do graveyards?
I mean, if you do Graveyard now, you're resigning to the fact that you'll
Lantern.
never get the king item.
Yeah, and you're not getting lantern as well.
Yeah, you're not going to get the lantern in there. That's kind of. I mean, if he gets a sword and like kinstones, that's great. If he gets a sword and 2 more kinstones, he really needs that Veiled Fool's kinstone as well. But like, if he can get access to Palace, he can go mode Palace even when he's not in go mode because he will know that the lantern can't be there. So he'll just go mode the dungeon.
Yeah.
And then go look for the lantern somewhere else.
There is a possibility that Palace is blocked because we don't have power bracelets, and if Big Key is on pot push, then
Okay, we just saw Mashy get another kinstone there. I'm pretty sure that was a Cloudtop's kinstone. Oh no, that was that was their last.
the last caster.
Kinstone. Yes, that's bringing Mashy over here.
Diminished caves have absolutely nothing for now.
Alright, so the question
Absolutely
we're going to have to ask Mashy is, are they going to stick around in Fortress and full clear it? Or are they going to leave early like NesmaN?
I feel like they might just go for the whole thing instead of leaving like NesmaN did.
Yeah, I know NesmaN put the save scum down, but I really doubt that they're going to... If NesmaN decides to do Deepwood right now, Deepwood's a required dungeon. He's not going to save scum. Like, if he wanted to do the save scum, Royal Crypt would be the place to go.
Yeah. But he seems to be going to Deepwood, which might hold a lot. Maybe 4 sword on basement. And they're smoky, so if they came here earlier, they would not have been locked. Except for the fact that it could not have completed the dungeon. Big key as well. Well,
yeah, so we would have been kicked out of this dungeon early.
Well, no, because they got a small key.
Yeah, that was locked behind the Gust Jar.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so they would have come in here and just got a boss key straight away and told your boss locked, go get your Gust Jar. That's, this is a really odd situation for NesmaN, because NesmaN's like... It would have been so nice to go mode this dungeon, because he could just come here, get the boss key straight away and go, right, let's do the boss and leave.
Yeah.
But we're still not in that situation yet, that we can very easily have another Cloudtop's Kinstone somewhere in the basement.
We're nowhere close. It's impressive how many items Fortress just gave us. Like, now we're so much closer to actually being go mode.
Yeah, Trent, you're right. NesmaN just decided to bail out of Fortress. They got a huge amount of items. They got the flippers, the Gust Jar, the blue sword.
3 kinstones.
3 Cloud Tops kinstones. Was that it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
which is still
then some
a
other
lot.
guns.
It's just impressive.
Yeah, that is a huge amount of items, and then they just went, okay. They full cleared the front half. The only things they didn't do are the back half, and then they decided, okay, now's a good time to leave. Yeah, we're gonna see Mashy going through and getting these chicks, and we're gonna see if Mashy does the same as NesmaN and leaves early, or if they're gonna stick around and possibly find something else.
Would be interesting if they stuck around, because if they find something else, they are going to take a massive lead. Not massive, but a significant one if there's something like a sword or a sword that could lock something even more important.
It's so rare that we get a seed that has Lantern locked somewhere really late.
At this point, it could be a Lantern Go mode.
Yeah, there's not many places that lock Lantern. And honestly, Lantern Go mode is amazing. It locks so much. There's so much that you can just avoid. And we kind of hinted towards it because Mashy already went up to Veil Falls and Sequence broke that, and they didn't get anything.
And there was nothing.
nothing. So that's kind of hinting is that there's going to be nothing locked behind the Lantern. Lantern's the end of the seed. You get your Lantern, you hit Go mode. Yeah, that's
Oh,
so
question. Can Lantern be in DHC?
good. No.
Oh, good.
No, it can never be in DHC because 3 dungeons require the Lantern logically.
Oh, yeah.
There's no combination of elements from dungeons that will give you access to DHC. Wait, is NesmaN doing the slow route? Oh, NesmaN, why? Why does NesmaN still do the slow route? This irks me so much. And he...
Oh!
He goofed! He went too quickly. The lily pad was still moving when he went through the screen transition, so the game respawned the lily pad in its original position. That serves you right, NesmaN. Don't do the vanilla route. It's slow. And because he wasted his small key there, he can't go through the Moldoza fight room, and he has to do this all again. You don't do this. This is bad.
I still find it weird that he did this with only 1 small key, like that he went to the basement. It's usually a check that's left for after you've done most of the stuff in the dungeon.
Yeah, this deep wood lily pad basement is really annoying because ideally you would like to have the Guster on the cape, because then you can jump off the cape with the lily pad to get to places a little bit faster. But at the same time, there's just too many pestos, and they're gonna bully you if you don't have your sword out. Yeah, like I'm really restraining myself from shouting at NesmaN right there.
Oh my god. Seriously?
I'm pretty sure we've got nothing from? Oh, NesmaN, why did he? Okay, he's. I think we're guaranteed a small key here. Oh yeah, that's why he did that, because there's a small key. Wait, what?
Yeah, they're pretty much guaranteed the small key here.
Oh, and then he would. Oh, okay, I see. He didn't need to do that. No, he could have avoided that. He wasted a lot of time there by doing that fight. He knew that had to be a small key.
Oh, yeah.
And he'd already checked the visible item. Yeah, so all he needed to do was come over here and do this.
Let's see, it's coming close to seeing Mashy if he's gonna fail or not. Oh,
Mashy? He's saving. Oh, don't leave. He's going to leave at exactly the same time as NesmaN. Oh, Mashy's just following NesmaN.
no. It could have been such a change of leads.
Yeah, no, Mashy's just following NesmaN through this, and yeah. Yeah, you can't do that. If you know that your opponent is more experienced at the randomizer, then you can't just do exactly the same seed as them, because they'll just beat you with experience.
Especially knowing how let's say original NesmaN's playstyle in this randomizer is, he definitely like. You can definitely, if you're like someone that's new to the randomizer, play way differently than what NesmaN does.
Alright, we got Yalari coming up, champion of the people.
I feel like
We're
this is going to be either something important or a hard piece.
I'm not feeling Yalari today, I don't know why.
Yeah,
I really hope that I'm going to be proven wrong.
seeing how special this seed has been, honestly.
Oh my
I'm done. Oh my, why? Why is it always 4-sword or kinstones that end up being go mode? Why? At this point, please, NesmaN, just go to school and get everything there. I'm gonna put this shout out, and this is going to be like, wait, no, he can't go. Oh my god, this opens up way too much. Please find a 4-sword and go to school and just get like all the kinstones. This is comedy, like, this is genuine comedy. Why?
Well, Hendris rolled the better seed today. I concede.
The Hendris is a god.
After watching the last seed, I would not have expected to concede the
I haven't seen a seed this special in a while.
This is ridiculous. Oh my
How?
face hurts.
I'm trying to think of something even more stupid that could genuinely happen right now, and the only thing I'm thinking of is Blue Chew having something.
I mean, does NesmaN do it now? I think so.
Mm.
Like,
you can expect anything. We need to keep in mind that NesmaN also probably thinks that Veil Falls Kinstone is somewhere. close.
Oh, that's the thing. Yeah, NesmaN has no clue where that Baleful's Kinstone is.
It's weird that he hasn't checked the top of the skull because he's checked the outside, I'm pretty sure, and that's a shield or.
Yeah, the Baleful's Kinstone was in the shop.
Oh yeah, the shop. That's it. Yeah.
It's the shop roof, and
Yeah, it's
the item in the visible spot's junk.
he
He
seems
has the
to
cane,
be.
so he can do the other minish checks faster and different routes. So it's just a really awful chest that you kind of don't want to get.
Everything's getting closer, but depending on how long it's gonna take NesmaN to get the Veil Falls Kinstone, it can be anyone's game depending on how it goes for Mashy. Because if, first of all, Mashy does the a fast route for the basement, it's gonna be way better than what NesmaN did. Just doing a
definitely.
faster thing
Mashy,
for it.
if Mashy like pays attention to the dungeon logic, they're gonna be able to save a lot of time over NesmaN.
Because NesmaN did one of the longest deeper shrines.
Yeah, but Mashy can. Mashy's in the same situation as NesmaN after getting the book at the end of here. They can go and get their lantern.
And that's gonna have Mashy basically ahead, I'd say, just for the fact
It's
that
just that
item
Veil
points.
Stone, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's big because it's a check that who knows when NesmaN's gonna do that check.
It really depends, though. If Mashy decides to go up and full clear cloud tops without all of the kinstones and doesn't find anything. Actually, no, I don't think Mashy would do that at this point.
No, I feel like you'd expect the two last final kinstones to be
But if
somewhere in the
NesmaN,
overworld.
if NesmaN's go mode is the Veil Falls Kinstone, that's pretty big. That's pretty fine for NesmaN. Like, it just depends on where the last two kinstones are, and the full sword as well. But yeah, they're the three items that we're looking for now.
Why do I feel like Graveyard is gonna hold way more than we think?
From both of them, like, well, we don't know from Mashy yet, but from NesmaN, yeah, absolutely come to droplets. So this is exactly what you do. I would really like to see Mashy rush Royal Crypt.
If there's an item in Royal Crypt, does that mean that this is an old dungeon seed?
Well, there wasn't anything on Mazao, was there? Wait, did Mashy check Mazao? They didn't.
Oh yeah, they didn't.
Yes,
So
we
we
don't
don't know
know.
yet.
There could still be a sword on Mazao.
Oh my god.
Oh, there's the old classic of
Oh,
there's
I
going to be a
didn't know
sword
that.
on the Gibdo.
Okay. I didn't know that AD only applies if it's items on bosses. I thought it was
Yeah.
just getting items in dungeons. Okay, then yeah, that's
Yeah, technically it's the item that would be an element if it was an element dungeon.
okay.
Um,
That's oh yeah,
But
that's
we also
understandable.
accept if it's on the heart container as well, because it's effectively the same location. Mashy don't do anything else here? Yeah, no, he knows he doesn't have his lantern. Mashy, he's saving.
Huh?
Is he gonna leave?
No,
No!
no.
Mashy, this is guaranteed as a small key. Yeah, because the only two checks he hasn't checked yet is this one and the one in the basement. And he's got one small key. So you have to think, okay, if I use the small key
On basement.
here, I have no way to get to the other chest because I need to use a small key for that. So then I would be key locked. So that's impossible. That's a contradiction. So therefore, there has to be a small key in that check.
Oh, not the fastest
NesmaN,
deep
no.
words, and NesmaN losing his clone.
Yeah, I don't think anyone else in this round of the tourney are going to receive any more Myth or Hendra seeds. Yeah, we've got a handful more matches lined up in the near future. Yeah, tomorrow we've got Aero versus Luna, and we have Sean versus Johnny, and Splits versus Artemis, and Shocky versus Sharky. We have 4 different tournament matches.
4
tomorrow.
matches, and then there's 2 on Monday.
Yeah, 2 more on Monday.
Glitch versus Francois, and Braxton versus Nimbus.
Yeah.
Definitely a really interesting lineup for this tourney. And some very good matches.
Yeah, we are due to have. We've got 27 entrants in the tournament, which means that there's 13 matches. And this is match number 7. Yeah, that's right. This is match number 7 of the first round, so we're halfway through the first round right now. And seeing as we have 2 more days, that's telling you how packed the today and tomorrow and the day after is going to be in terms of matches. But yeah, we've got Mashy rushing to Yalari. They're going to be getting their lantern. I feel like something like curb your enthusiasm had to playing in the background there after I was like, yeah, I'm not feeling Yalari today. Immediately proven wrong.
It's definitely something that always happens, is the moment a commentator says something, either the opposite happens or the exact same. I remember calling out a 4-sword once on Yalari, and
DuckTales moon theme.
That was just, yeah. Oh no. We now have the favourite boss of everyone, the plain old Octa, because this game has a theme. Taking an enemy
is not going for the minute. I was wondering if they were going for it. I didn't think I saw a save and quit, but they're emulating the movement. But I mean, where they're standing right now is wrong. That would fail the minute if they were trying to do it. I'm pretty certain Mashy knows the minute. I'm sure they've done it in any percent before, and it's just a question of whether or not they know PPL's movement to adapt it from the JP version to the or to adapt the EU ROM to have the same patterns as the Japanese version.
No, Octo, be nice.
Nesma's just running around with the with the shield.
1.
Yeah, unlike in OOT where you can mash your shield as you're back walking or something, it doesn't lose you time. Yeah, in Minish Cap, if you mash your shield, you do slow down. Okay, Mashy gets another Kinstone. Lake Cabin. I do believe that NesmaN. That's going to be a chick that NesmaN's going to be checking after this dungeon.
And now Mashy's probably gonna head into the dungeon, so they're basically swapping places. One finishes, the other enters. Let's see if Octo holds anything. Nope.
Octo Manip is a tricky manip because it's incredibly slow. There's not many steps to it, but because there's big gaps between the steps, if you're not paying attention, your timing will get messed up and then you'll fail it. I really don't think Octominute is actually worth it unless you're already an any percent runner that uses it consistently in speedruns. Like, if Mashy doesn't know Octominute, I 100% recommend for them to learn it, but if you don't already speedrun the any percent category, I think it would be a lot of extra effort to learn Octominute. Because for Mashy, it wouldn't be any extra effort at all. They already know 90% of the minute. All they need to do is the extra MacGuffin at the beginning, which is like 3 rolls, 2 boot taps, and then a dash. That's all they need to learn.
NesmaN's doing
Talking to the EU Hendrix. Would you please tell me you do Octominute?
Oh no, NesmaN is leaving. He checked one thing in town.
No, sorry. Hendrix's mistake is that they do the rando movement for Octominute during the any percent speedrun.
Oh, that's interesting.
And then they go in the any percent speedrun. They're like, "Oh, why did Octo fail?" It's like because you did the rando movement.
Graveyard. I completely approve of this play.
I think NesmaN's jumping the gun a bit. Like, if they call this right, bravo. Like, this is fantastic. But I think NesmaN's got too much left in the overworld to be doing Royal Crypt. Royal Crypt's a good option, but it's not the best option for them, right? Didn't NesmaN just skip that first chest?
Yes. And he also went to town to check one thing and then just left.
I think NesmaN's actually going to save before they go into Royal Crypt. Oh, this could be like a 500 IQ play from NesmaN. NesmaN could save before going into Royal Crypt. Head into Royal Crypt, get the items, and if it's junk, they save scum. They get put back to the beginning of Graveyard. They can get that chest, and then they can go and get the moat chest as well.
Oh yeah, because saving and before entering just full on puts you back at the start, which is that would be a
NesmaN played through droplets to Octo, and they got. Yeah, Mashy just did Blue Chew, and Blue Chew didn't have anything. Pretty sure NesmaN skipped Blue Chew, right?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, it's the only thing that NesmaN didn't do in Droplet. Wait, no, NesmaN also didn't do the lily pad basement, right?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, no, they just. Oh no, NesmaN did do Octo.
Yeah, he did do Octo.
Trackers. Hayden. Wakey wakey. There we go.
Long-lived time zones.
Oh, that was Hendrix, sorry.
Well, 2 keys instantly.
Yeah, that's kind of bad. Oh, I wasn't watching NesmaN. Did they do a save?
I did not see.
Yeah, no sword on Gibdo. Yeah, we're still looking for 2 more items. We're looking for another kinstone, and we're looking for a sword. He
2
did
or
save.
3 items.
I love this
Because
play
the
by NesmaN. This is great.
Foot Palace. We might. Oh!
Oh my god, NesmaN's just god routed this seed.
Now question mark, is it going to be... I'm just putting this out. It's either going to be go mode... it's go mode pinstone or go mode power bracelets. I'd love it to be power bracelets just because it would be funny.
If the last kinstone's in Cloud Tops, Mashy could have got a big advantage out of knowing that already, if they decided to dip there. If Mashy decides to go to Royal Crypt right now, that's big. But very likely, also, the Four Sword could get the last kinstone in the School Garden.
Yep.
Yeah, nothing on the King. Well, it turns out we had to dip the non-required dungeons, which is, I mean, kind of expected with these with this dungeon layout.
Town, please. So if NesmaN goes for everything he's got left here, he is going to get his
He's actually doing it. He's actually going to get this chest.
yes, he's getting his Veil Falls.
I can't believe he's doing this before School Garden. Because this is slower than School Garden, and it's only 1 chick, whereas School Garden's, well, 4, but he's
4.
already seen one of them, so it's going to be 3 chests. Yeah, double checking the shop. Yeah, there's his Veilfall's Kinstone, and he's like, oh. Yeah, some Fury Slashes there.
Please don't leave town. He is.
He's leaving town. Yeah, he's going to go up Cloud Tops. I mean, he's 1 item from Go. Well, he's not 1 item from Go mode at the moment.
Even if he finds a Kinstone here, we know the last one is going to be at cabin, which he didn't check.
I'm still waiting for it to be on the Mitz caving Mount Crenel.
That would be amazing.
We had that in Logic like an hour ago. Oh, even better, power bracelets there with required pot push.
Yes.
Oh, Trent, you just heard that? I mean, I heard that a while ago. I'm guessing that was NesmaN. Yeah, me and NesmaN being from the UK is only just a short hop across the channel to Europe with the rest of you guys, so it does take a little bit of time for our earth-shattering shouts to make its way through the air. Nesman's leaving. Okay, just gonna get that warp point and leave.
Go.
Did they
Hey.
not even get the rupee items? Really? Hello, Nesman?
I mean, there wasn't anything there that...
Hashtag never punished. There is absolutely nothing all there, but you go to Vale Falls and don't check the rupee mania items? Hello? Nesman is like going beyond the normal level that he goes with Nesmaning.
It's going beyond being Nesman.
This is like normally, like when he gets into the flow, he reaches like Super Saiyan Nesman level, Super Saiyan 1 Nesman. Like,
Lol.
he's like gone beyond, and he's reached like a level 2 Super Saiyan Nesman. I'm trying to find ways of explaining the galaxy brain routing going on here. I think it was just because he forgot School Garden, so it's like, oh, I should really do that, and then come back. Yeah, he hasn't quite reached Ultra Instinct levels yet. He can just look at the game and just read it like the Matrix and just know where the items are located. We do have Mashy going for Octominep. I believe this is Octominep. I wasn't paying attention at the start. I don't know if they did a save or not. But this is absolutely the Octominep movement that they're doing. I'm going to keep an eye out and see if it's a recognizable pattern. Oh no, that's not it. This looks like myth patterns. Oh, he's doing myth patterns and doesn't know that it's different to Japanese. Yeah, I have no idea what that pattern was, but I'm sure if he looked it up, it would be a recognized pattern.
Oh, it's that. Oh my god. Oh
Right,
my.
Nesman's found the last kinstone. Yeah, no, Mashy would be in go mode now if they. Well, they need to get They need to get a sword from the graveyard, and then if they just rush up to Cloudtops, they're in go mode. Depending on power bracelets, of course. But we are in no mode. Yeah, Nesman's just missing the kinstone in the lake cabbage. The lake cabbage. I have no idea when Nesman's going to go for the lake cabin. Yeah, that's the question. Like, I really feel like Mashy should have gone to Cloudtops earlier, but I think either Mashy's going to go to Cloudtops now, which would be bad.
Yeah.
Oh god, if Mashy goes to Cloudtops now, he's going to full clear Palace.
Oh
No,
no.
he needs to do Graveyard before he goes to Cloudtops. Yeah, Nesman doesn't really have too much available. Like, the main clusters is going to be hiking in Castor, Town. I think he's still got 1 or 2 checks left, like Fountain and stuff. And then Lake Hylia. I'm pretty sure that's all NesmaN has. So, in NesmaN's situation, the best choice is Hylia. Yeah, NesmaN's going for Lake Hylia. Yeah, he's going to be hitting Go mode at any moment now. Oh, Mashy is spending more time here going through and getting these chicks, which are... we haven't seen what they are, but we know that they have to be Baron. He's getting some soggy bomb at the bottom of the Temple of Droplets. Yeah, NesmaN hasn't done this check yet, so they can easily do the
No,
sequence
NesmaN
break
did do
movement.
this.
He
He
did?
checked it. Yeah, he checked it at the start. He's doing this as a sequence break.
He's copying what I did in my race. This is forehead movement. That's muscle memory. No, you don't want to do that. It's not faster to go through there if you've already done it.
I didn't seem fast when you've, especially the fact that he opened up the he already opened up the Minish spot.
Yeah, he's just showing off as just like, yeah, you can do that. If you're not aware. But this is go mode for NesmaN. That is everything they need.
Well, there might be a possibility that they're going to need to check more.
Mashy's going up to Veil Falls.
To make this
is
see them. To make this see the masterpiece, Pop Push needs to have Big Key, and that would full on.
That could scupper everyone's plans because it could throw NesmaN back into the overworld trying to find out where the power bracelets are. Mashy would also have to do that, and then it would be a case of can Mashy full clear graveyard and then find the power bracelets before NesmaN. But this is just not looking good for Mashy.
No, it's
because NesmaN knows they can just go mode this dungeon, whereas like Mashy.
Yes, and Mashy's gonna full clear.
NesmaN's going to get into Wind Tribe before Mashy, even though Mashy was ahead to going up Veil Falls. Mashy has to do all of the stuff here in Cloud Tops. Yeah, even if power bracelets are required, this is still super. This is a massive uphill climb for Mashy.
Would need a massive hiccup from NesmaN to get Mashy in lead.
Like, I'm pretty sure it would have to be power bracelets in the midst chest in Mount Krenel, and NesmaN full clears everything else and then goes there.
It's a 1 out of 7 chance to get Big Key, or more than 1 out of 7, but usually it's a key or Big Key on the Pop Push.
There's one extra super juicy spot that the power bracelets can be, and that's somewhere later in Fortress. Somewhere later in Palace.
Really?
Yeah, if the power bracelets can be later on in Palace, and then they would have to backtrack to get Pot Push if Pot Push is required.
Yeah. Alright, let's see how this goes. This longest dungeon in the game. Go. Yay, long live Rock Breaker.
Yeah, Rock Breaker's just so handy when you're wanting to make clones. You can just break all of the skulls or pots that are blocking your clone pads.
There's just so many scrolls that are convenient in the game.
Yeah, I think we've determined like basically all of them are very useful.
Yeah, there isn't really any that's like that aren't useful, except maybe Peril if you're like a god tier player. and yeah, no one can actually like achieve god tier of like any game.
I could see my Peril Beam is only useful in a very niche situation, and that's if like you have required Simon simulation early on in a seed, and all you have is Smith's sword, and
Yeah.
you're on 3 hearts. And if you've got the Peril Beam, then yeah, sure, you knock yourself down to low health and Peril Beam all the enemies because you do more damage with the Peril Beam than with the Smith sword. But like that's basically it. Sure, you can have logical access to Cave of Flames.
Big key. And 3 small keys. GG.
Yeah, that's it.
That's all the small keys he needs as well, isn't it?
Yep, that's it. NesmaN doesn't need to open a single other check in this dungeon.
Wow, that's probably
Yeah, they
like
just
the
rushed the boss
fastest.
now.
That's the fastest palace I've seen.
Yeah, this is a odd palace. Yeah, poor Mashy. Yeah, unfortunately for Mashy, like they played well, but NesmaN was just like on another level today. This was some of the best
this
minish
was
cap routing I've ever seen. This is
it's
godlike.
definitely some top tier routing by NesmaN.
Yeah, it was basically flawless. The only downside was waiting. I mean, honestly, even waiting so long with the Veil Fool's Kinstone probably saved them time. Like they didn't put off any items that they could have got earlier that would have saved time.
And one thing I feel like
that's it. Yeah, Deepwood was the one downside for NesmaN. That's it.
Yeah, I feel like one thing that could have made Mashy have a better run, it was if he didn't play that similar to NesmaN, but here Mashy basically was a perfect copy of what NesmaN did.
Yeah, it's just unfortunate that this seed was actually very linear. There wasn't too much choices you could make up until the very end, where NesmaN just made exactly the perfect choices, and Mashy's.
From what I know of NesmaN, he is one of the rare runners that actually excels in linear seeds. I've rarely seen him like panic on a linear seed.
Yeah, the seed was mostly linear, but it wasn't like a true linear seed because at the end it just opened up a load. But
there was a lot of places it could have went wrong.
Yeah, for the vast majority of this, NesmaN was ahead of Mashy just because it's the execution advantage of it. The seed was super linear, and NesmaN could just do all of the checks much faster. I don't even think that the end's linear. Like, the end's still super branched out.
The end, like, opened up a lot.
Yeah, like, anything could have been your go mode. I think the most common go mode for this seed would have been the 4-sword for most people, but NesmaN just called that perfectly and went and got it, and then just had to clear up with some of the Cloudtop Kinstones.
Definitely would have been 4-sword or a Kinstone.
Yeah, like the one minor improvement to routing that NesmaN could have done would have been
Deepwood.
After the other than just like routing Deepwood, I wouldn't really say that's much of a routing issue. That was mostly I wouldn't nearly class that as execution. It's executing Deepwood. It's not choosing which
Yeah.
order to do things in. It's how you get from one place to another. But for NesmaN, the one improvement would have been if they decided to do, after Graveyard, if they went to Lake Hylia and got their Kinstone and then went to Cloudtops after that, and then hit Go Mode and Cloudtops. That's the one improvement, and it would have saved like a minute, and that's it.
Would have avoided like back and forth towards this from the sky to the
I'm
ground.
pretty sure it just saves 2 Ocarina movements and some small movements in Veilfalls, which is no more than a minute.
But still, a minute can be everything if the race was closer.
Yeah, no, absolutely, Nimbus. You could have had a Lantern Go Mode. You just needed to. I mean, logically, it wasn't possible, but yeah, you could have got your Four Sword out of logic because you didn't need to use the Lantern at all to get to the Four Sword.
NesmaN using down thrust traps on Georg.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I have determined that Great Spin is actually better than Task Mashing. If you have Fast Spin, like NesmaN does, and Great Spin, and you don't even need Long Spin, I think you need just the base Great Spin, then you can you just do a Great Spin on the eyes and you do more damage than if you were mashing.
I'm just going to put one thing out here. This run is not valid. There is 2 runners using sword on B. This is not okay.
I know. I'm disgusted and appalled.
I'm not gonna lie, I used to play Minish Cap with the sword on B, and then I just saw like you play with it on A, so I thought, why not try it out? And then just
You saw the
it was
light.
it was just yeah, it was enlightening.
Oh, I'm humbled to be sharing the commentary box with a fellow scholar, a true philosopher, having the sword on the correct button.
No hindrance.
Like literally everyone else in the community is so dogmatic about B being the best button.
No, it just isn't. A is way more like in place than B. Just
Yeah, I use a keyboard. Keyboard is optimal.
keyboard is like you can actually hit the thing without it breaking. The controller breaks down the moment you hit it too hard.
Yeah, exactly. I had to switch to keyboard because my controller broke. And then I was like, hang on, this is actually better. My time's improved massively because I switched to keyboard. I was like, oh, I can do things, and it works first try.
And there's so many possibilities to just map.
Oh, nice strat from Mashy. I'm surprised they didn't go for the... Well, actually, Mashy doesn't run glitchless, so they wouldn't know the speed strat for this room. But in that room, you place some bombs, and then you roll and do some sword slashes, and it's a quick kill for all the enemies in that room. Oh, right. Tower... sorry, not Tower Bet. HC Bet. Do we want to get the bet up? Because... yep, so... NesmaN's going to go through Dark Horror Castle. The one item they're looking for is the boss key. We want to know where it is. So he's going to be opening up chests and yeah, put your guess in chat what number chest he's going to open up and find the boss key in. I didn't bet in time. Everyone's done all the bets. So we've got one's taken, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hasn't been taken yet, and 9 has been taken. So 8's the last bet if someone wants to take that. And then after that, well, if you have like a specific item location that you want to bet, then you can also bet that. Yeah, Mashy is in Palace, and unfortunately they're full clearing it. They're not gonna find the four sword in here, but we're gonna be able to see if the power. If they're going to need to go and find the power bracelets as well, because they had to use all of their small keys at the top of the dungeon. So they're not going to be able to fight the boss now.
So now boss key can be anywhere. So
Wait, did we see? Did we already see Pop Push? Did NesmaN hit it on the way through?
Yeah, it was a map.
Oh, okay. Okay, so Mashy got saved because of that. They're still potentially in the running for this if NesmaN dies 20 times to Vati. But this is a huge lead that NesmaN has.
So this was a change I didn't know as well. So big key can be on any item location now.
Yeah, that is. I think that's the biggest change we've made to the most recent version.
I knew like you guys were talking about doing that like months ago, and I thought like it's definitely a good change. I feel like it's interesting.
It's not the first check.
So who was one?
But yeah, no, we actually wanted to implement this back in March, but we didn't want to. Oh my god!
Oh, that would have been hilarious if it was if Big Key was there.
Oh, the power bracelets. Oh, that's just. That's just the cherry on top of this monster of a seed. NesmaN, no. Okay, NesmaN going for the bomb strat there. Luckily, he gets it first try. If you fail that bomb strat, you lose a lot of time over just creating clones.
Just lose time on those statues.
If you charge your sword instantly and then start creating clones as quickly as possible, you do it on the cycle after the cycle with if you did the bomb strat, and that loses 2 seconds. Is it really worth going for a difficult bomb strat that if you mess up you lose like 8 to 10 seconds, or do you just go for the free strat, which is 2 seconds slower?
Nothing on 1 through 3, so
I'm surprised he went for that as well, because if the boss key is on the this next chest coming up, then he could have just saved time by not doing the other one. Yeah, so the way we do Dark Horror Castle now has changed quite dramatically. Like I even say don't do the king at the start. Go and get the big chest. Because if that big chest has a small key, then you rush here, kill this Darkner, and then if this has a boss key, you've just done the fastest possible DHC and skipped 2 minutes out of anyone else that decided that they wanted to do the king, and then also that clone puzzle room, because those two combined is about 2 minutes.
This is reminiscent of A Link to the Past, except the number of items is 9 instead of 25.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, well,
it's still interesting. It's like I like how it just makes DHC have so many options because you can just skip certain checks. It's definitely a bigger gamble because if a run, like, imagine here NesmaN decides to skip the king, and the king ends up being the boss key. That would have like just gave Mashy a like chance to catch up.
Yeah, DHC can swing by like 5 minutes, even more, and simply due to routing and not making mistakes like execution-wise, just routing because of the order you do the checks in. And yet, we have already had a race that the person who entered the HC first was not the winner because they did the wrong route and didn't get the boss key. The boss key was in one of the towers. Their opponent picked it on their first one. They got it on their fourth tower, and it changed the lead around. They didn't make any mistakes throughout Batty or anything. It was the tower choice that decided the match.
The towers always have been like, choose the right ones, you're definitely winning time. Choose the wrong ones, and you're just losing. Especially because I'm personally tower-wise, I just go for the 2 fastest ones first, and then leave the hard ones for last, hoping that I get what I need there.
Yeah, that is the best way of doing it. I mean, the northwest, northeast, and southwest are all the same speed. Southeast is just far faster than all of the others, so you should always do southeast. I mean, you want to do one of the north ones first, but then after you've done one of the north ones, you do the southeast. But yeah, you can choose any of those towers in any order depending on personal preference. Like, some people don't like northwest because they don't like having to use the bow in that room. Some people don't like.
It's the one with the fire bar, right?
Yeah, the fire bar, and you have to shoot.
Oh yeah, I completely despise that one just because of the fact that you mess up once, you're either back to the start of the dungeon or just blocked.
I'm wondering if NesmaN's going to go do it. NesmaN's going to show it's a very easy strat to doing this room, and it involves dashing from this room. From this room, you dash up, and then you get into the perfect position for it. Are they going to do it? No, they're not. Okay. No. NesmaN's going to go for the scary strat here. Oh god, what is he doing? Oh, this is... oh my god, NesmaN.
Oh no, no! Fire kind of...
Yeah, this is not how you do this room.
This is terrifying.
This room is not this scary. No, it's just the way NesmaN's doing it. No, if NesmaN dashed when he first entered the room, like before you enter the room, you dash up. You dash directly up to the top of the room, and then you just shoot all of the things with arrows, and nothing gets in your way.
He did get grabbed.
Yeah, at least he didn't get grabbed there. Oh, we've got Mashy going to Rogue Crypt.
Still nothing for NesmaN. Is it going to be vanilla?
Vanilla is actually the most likely single location. It has a probability of about 18%. Whereas most of the other checks are slightly lower than that. How did NesmaN not get set on fire there? What?
What?
How did NesmaN not get... Hello?
Man be playing God.
He went for the TAS route, but didn't actually do the TAS strat of you get set on fire and then you use the fire to run around that room super fast and light all the torches.
I should end up in the spikes if I do that.
You light the bottom right torch at the beginning of the room and you get set on fire at the same time, and then you run and light all of the torches. And he did that route, but he just never got set on fire. That is insane.
Only 3 more checks left. Yay, pixel perfect spin. That and most people get first try.
You don't even need to spend that as long as what NesmaN just did to do that.
Yeah, no, usually you can walk.
I mean, yeah, you just walk roughly into the middle and do a spin. It works first try, great. Okay, there it is.
7.
I'm surprised he did the northwest tower instead of going to south. Sorry, he did northeast after north. He did northwest, northeast, southeast, which is weird. Because southeast is just faster than all the other towers, so you want to do that straight away. But yeah, with that strat, you just kind of roughly go into the middle, do a spin. If it works, then great, you've just hit all of the eyes. If you haven't, just turn it into a great spin, and then just spin around in the middle, and you will most likely get it during the great spin. Alright, Mashy just hit go mode. Unfortunately, NesmaN's all the way in Dark Horror Castle on the Dark Nut fight already.
Now let's see, death streak or not. Mashy just decides to skip and go instantly to the towers, and then NesmaN just dies 15 times. God come back.
Yeah, we don't see any Q-dot bonks from our runners today. The Q-dot bonk is the
Mailman?
in the sewer where the ropes are, where Mashy just dashed through. There's a switch that we hit to open that door, and it's perfectly placed a bonk distance away from the wall. So if you bonk into the wall, you land perfectly on the switch. So that's called the Q-dot bonk, where you bash with the boots and land on that switch. It's
That
slower, but it's just swag.
It must be aesthetically pleasing. There's just certain things that just look really aesthetically pleasing in Zelda games.
It's named after an any % runner that missed the switch and bonked into the wall, and then they discovered that it worked because they bonked perfectly onto the switch.
This seed isn't exactly bad, I'd say. It's definitely an interesting one, let's just say to say the least.
Oh, NesmaN getting a perfect Vati phase 1. Vati 2 phase 1 with the where the it's great when Vati decides to move off to the side and then move exactly back into the middle, so that your spin with your clones just instantly makes him vulnerable.
This is definitely one of the seeds that it's the seed roller that made the seed, when there's just other seeds where it's just runners that make it just because it's funny what happens.
Yeah, very, very clean Vati 2 from NesmaN there. That's something that you're always wanting to see.
2 is definitely the harder phase. It's
Vati 2 is the hardest part of the entire game.
That's why I got
NesmaN...
stuck when I was a kid, and then it took me 10 years to beat the game, so...
NesmaN made it look like child's play.
Yeah.
I mean, luckily he did get incredibly good movement and luck from Vati.
I feel like Vati is one of those bosses that's definitely, maybe not for Vati 2, but for Vati 1 and 3, it's definitely the moment you, like, master the mechanics, you are golden.
Yeah, the Vati fights are a substantial difficulty spike in the game.
But it's
you do see a lot of people that played the game as a kid and played the entire game all the way up to Vati, and then didn't beat the game because Vati was too hard.
And that, I feel like, happened. Not most Zelda games, but a lot of Zelda games is going to be like, you're gonna be able to beat the bosses with a bit of difficulty, but not too much, and then end up just being stumped on the final boss. I remember, like, just to take these most obvious examples, Minish Cap was one that took me ages to beat because Vati was just a big spike, and the second one was Wind Waker because Ganon just did way too much damage.
Oh, NesmaN's too far to the left there with his clones. He was like a pixel off to the side.
Again, with the pixel perfect boss mechanics, is not something you like to see.
I mean, once you get a hang of it, it's not that bad.
It's not.
But yeah,
There's definitely
when you first
something you
start
can
out
easily
and
mess
you're
up.
you're a little bit rough and like not exactly perfect. Doesn't work out well. But Vati's very sensitive to the left. Like if you're exactly perfect and you move ever so slightly to the left, it can fail. Whereas if you're slightly to the right, it's more likely to still work. And
Done.
GG NesmaN.
GG. 2 hours and 12 minutes.
2 hours and 12 minutes with a required palace with such a disgusting.
It was a horrible
item
layout,
locations.
but with like weird
That's
locations.
insane.
The seed was really well played from both parties. Honestly, it's because even Mashy right here, depending on the choices he makes, is going to finish really fast.
And GG, both of our runners are here.
GG.
GG's.
GG's.
The beginning part of this seed, part of Hendriss's planned or something.
Seriously.
Hendris is adamant that this isn't a plan, though.
The first 20 minutes were. The only time we had divided routes was when we hit Western Woods.
Yeah, you guys were basically doing exactly. You were attached at the hip for the first hour.
Yeah, there was nothing else we could do, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, there weren't much else we could do. And
So
I'm still saying it's planned though, because I mean, light arrows to get to Cave of Flames.
Yeah, that's the second seed today. That's been a bounty that we've been trying to get by rolling seeds, and we've hit it twice in a day.
That's crazy. I had never seen it before, so I got kind of confused on how to do it.
At first, we were debating if NesmaN leaving a fortress was insanity or just god play, and it ended up being just.
Yeah, because Trent was in here and was like, "Oh, that's going to come back to bite NesmaN because it came back to bite him in his race."
Yeah, you know I don't trust the backside of Fortress when you get about 3 items before it.
Yeah, you got so many items there.
Way too many.
Mashy, you left at the same time as well, so it just turned
Yeah,
out.
I didn't feel like the back was worth it.
Yeah, same. And I have to admit, I finally got the seed where Yalari had something.
Yes.
Yeah.
That lantern. So, right as you were heading off to get the lantern off of Yalari, I said, you know what, I'm not really feeling Yalari today, but I'm happy to be proven wrong.
You jinxed us!
And I was
The
there like,
anti-curse.
either this is going to be amazing or just nothing. And it ended up being just.
I had no trust for this seed when I started it. I had no trust for it after the first 15 minutes.
I mean, this definitely was like interesting, getting certain things that at the start as well, like seeing that there was so much missing, and just such an interesting start because the first 5 items were flute, bow, boots, grip ring.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was such a weird start.
Yeah, because he didn't have anything for a long time. Like the one item he had was bow, and we were constantly thinking, okay, where's the next bow?
To be
But then
honest,
you got
I
a
was
sword,
expecting
so
to find it.
We saw a sword and was like, oh, you know, that's typical. It's you have the option for required light arrows, and then you full cleared everything and was like, oh god, we actually need to use the light arrows to go to Cave of Flames.
Yeah, as soon as I got light arrows at Krenel, I was like, I swear to God, Hendris. That's why I immediately went up. I was like, I bet you anything it's going to be light arrows, Cave of Flames, and I couldn't believe it was. So many memes in this. I imagine Hendris has worked out how many ban points he gets.
Oh yeah, Mashy, I've got a question for you. You went for Octominip, right?
Well, I went for the positioning. I didn't bother with the reset.
Oh, you didn't reset. Okay, that's what I was wondering because I didn't see they were save and quit at the start, and I
Yeah.
didn't see I looked at the pattern at the end and was like, I don't recognize that.
I'd
I
actually
probably
been
should've.
practicing it, but I messed it up so much that I was like, you know what, I'm just going to play it safe.
But I know the setup is slightly different for Rando than vanilla, right?
Yeah, it's really straightforward. It's just in that second room, instead of dashing all the way through it, you do 3 rolls, 2 boot taps, and then do a dash into the Octo fight.
Okay. I'll have to practice it, but
And
I'll
you
try
just
it out
do
next time that I
yeah,
get a chance.
It becomes exactly the same as what we do in any percent.
Right. But yeah, I think like my biggest mistake was not doing Graveyard before Palace.
Yeah, because you had to full clear Palace, and
I did that expecting to find a Cloudtop's Kinstone and found something much more interesting.
yeah, NesmaN, you got really lucky because you left your Veil Fool's Kinstone for so long. We were worried if it was going to come back to bite you, but you ended up getting it at the perfect point, right when you needed it.
Yeah, I was actually making a choice of like, do I go to caster and go to hiking, or do I do town checks? I was like, I'll go and do some town checks just because they're a little faster. And then it was literally the first one I came across.
And I was already stressed enough to see that you didn't have it, and honestly going for shop was a bit of a play because you have Kane, so you can do the other Minish checks faster, and there was nothing in the back of shop. So it's definitely something that was
Yeah, and
that
you even
could have
went
been
there
pushed
before
even
doing-
further.
Even before School Garden, and you had... I think you forgot School Garden for a while.
I did actually. A lot of like automatic routing was like kicking in for me a lot. I mean, I messed up key logic in Deepwood Shrine so much because I did
Yes.
because
I
I did
was-
green choose straight at the beginning.
was
I kept
furious.
thinking I had 2 keys. I was hoping to be nice and quick, and then it's like, oh god, I forgot it was a big key I got at the beginning.
And then you, when you opened that locked door in the basement and then went and got the item there, you did it so quickly that the lily pad was still moving, so it reset, and then you had to quick warp.
Yeah, I realised that. I was jumping across from the chest like, oh, it's reset, and I walked out, and it's like, oh.
And both of you doing the useless Mother Pillar fight as well.
Yeah.
Yes,
Again, like I said,
determined by logic, it was a small key. You didn't need to do it.
I
Yeah, I
already
was
said I'd
thinking
messed up the
about that.
logic.
I was like, wait, probably a
both had-
small key.
You both had one check left, which was Mashy. For you, it was the basement, and for NesmaN, it was the Moldoza fight. But you needed to use a small key to go to those items. You only had one small key, which meant that the last small key had to be in the Madapilla fight, and you would eventually get your lantern to open that up.
I had not paid attention to whether I'd got map or compass at all.
I try, but a lot of times I forget.
Yeah, I wasn't even paying attention to map and compass there. That was purely a key thing.
Yeah, the keys definitely. I knew like as I was opening the door, it's like this has to.
I also
But I
forgot
still
about
went
the
through
whole
it
of Temple
with
of
it anyway.
Droplets. I imagine people were confused over that I didn't do the left side of Temple of Droplets. But I
mean-
genuinely forgot.
Oh, you forgot? I
we-
thought that was a play.
No,
we
I
were
genuinely forgot.
genuinely. What
Yeah.
confused in Temple of Droplets is that at the start you did the block push instead of waiting on lantern.
Yeah.
I mean, that's... Yeah.
Well, not weird because it's just natural instinct to do that, but
It's an out-of-logic check if you don't have the lantern.
I thought I'd just go for it.
Yeah. Yeah, if you got something from there that's like extra knowledge, okay, I just got an out-of-logic check, I got an out-of-logic item from that chest.
To be honest, I was kind of glad that I'd forgotten the left side basement checks because that and dog food is what made me go back to Lake where I found my last kinstone in cabin.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, I don't think you had much left to do, right? We were
I still had
theorizing.
I still had the diminishing caster to do.
Yes, that was it.
Yeah.
We were thinking you still had hiking and basically. Did you do everything in town? I think
No,
you
I'd
had,
not done
like,
fountain.
Fountain.
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah.
I think other than that, you had Hylia, and Hylia was just the most logical location to head to.
Percy.
No one does Percy.
No, I had Eyebot in back of my head saying, nah, skip Percy.
But yeah, Francois was also pointing out the God Palace, where you get 4 small keys and a big key at the start, so you could just skip everything and rush
Yeah.
Georg.
Yeah, that would have saved me so much time.
Yeah, NesmaN
I was
had a very
fighting.
God Palace.
Yeah, I was fighting, just automatically going to places. Because I've never actually come across like that much of a god mode palace. So I was literally fighting every time I went to a floor. I was like thinking, oh, to go for this one. It's like, no, I've already got everything.
And I got super lucky that the final small key was not hot push.
Yes,
Yeah, with bracelets being in Dark Howl
and
Castle.
we were wondering so much. It's like, oh, this could change up if there's a required pot push, if the power bracelets are going to be required or not. And yeah, and then we just got duped by the power bracelets and DHC.
Oh yeah.
That was hilarious.
Amazing send off.
Yeah, that was the cherry on top of this seed.
Yeah, there was an item in DHC. Let's just hope one day it's going to be the Four Sword.
That would be.
It will happen someday.
I feel like DHC 4 Sword is the vanilla light arrows in Wind Waker randomizer of this game. It genuinely is that. Just rare encounter that if it happens, everyone is gonna go mental.
So, does Hendris get ban points?
What a silly question!
No, this team was great. What are you talking about?
Did we play the same thing?
And we see you finishing up just now, Mashy GG. So,
GG's.
GG.
Oh, well, it's getting to 2 o'clock for me. I'm gonna go and get some sleep.
yeah, I need to shut up before my roommate comes and bashes my head in.
3 AM for me, poggers. All night.
GG's, everyone.
Yeah, GG's.
GG's.
It's a great
GG's.
race. GG's, NesmaN and Mashy. So I guess we're going to wrap this up quick because we have a lot of EU people volunteering tonight. So GG's again. Looking forward to Swiss round 2. Not sure how things are going to be matched up because we still have a few more matches tomorrow. You can always check the schedule, especially in that TMCR Discord. And thanks Smith and Coach Heiss for doing commentary today, and also Justy Hayden and Hendris for doing tracking. Always appreciated. So I'm going to send you off to ZeldaSpeedRuns, where they're doing a Cross Keys tournament. That tournament's actually coming to a close as this one's really just starting. And have a good night, everyone. See you later. Bye. And thanks again.
See ya.
Bye.
See ya.